I'm just checking Superhero Stream in the meantime. To see if they have a map. At the same time, I'm gonna log into my own stream on my mobile phone so I can read chat.
Your stream is live. This stream is live?
This stream is live. How do I do this? Like this.
So I'm just pulling up the VRML page now. So we have Catastrophe versus FBI? Was that?
Plantz, actually.
Plantz, sorry. Awesome.
FBI is playing Kompashka. I believe they are done.
Pixel.
That's where my confusion is.
You're both wrong on both counts.
Excellent.
That's okay.
Professionals right here.
this is not the team, so we're allowed to be wrong for once.
This is why I'm in charge.
True.
Probably. Then again, you book people who are not available for games. I'll just hit the refresh button, but it seems all is still in the waiting. I guess this would be a good place to start chilling my own stream, I guess.
So this is Plant's first season, right?
Yeah. I mean, they practically played a season in the off season, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cat's most played maps, seeing as we have this information, would be Stylebreaker at 11 plays, Stockpile at 9 plays, and Reach Sky at 9 plays. After that, it sort of drops down to 6 plays for Pipes and Manor. So, given that most of those are still in the, in fact, all of those are still in the pool. Well,
not currently.
Cough, cough. So. What do you think? Do you think it'll be a Stylebreaker pick from the Cats?
Oh, I need to adjust the title. That is very much correct.
Who is home?
I believe Cats is.
They would have the higher MMR.
Let me look.
Title is updated. And do we have a lobby by now? Does not appear to be the case. I shall listen into the superhero to hear what's going on.
About that this season, they're going to be a little bit more
Finding
careful.
game server.
And also, any
Right
penalty
now, the
points,
game map
some
is
of the
still
rules
beta,
affect
so I don't
me.
think this is what they're gonna play. I would hope not, because that would make for fairly boring gameplay. I'm just gonna load into the other game, so you can tell me if the audio is good. Do I have anything muted? I do have Outlook muted, so this should be better. Com's saying he can't hear me. Let me bump that up. This should hopefully be better.
He meant he didn't want to hear you.
Oh, well, that's understandable, but it's too late now. The mistake has been made. I just need to maybe adjust my microphone a little bit. Please do point out how I don't have furniture. Can you see and hear the game fine in the Discord stream?
Yes.
There's a Discord stream?
Yes, of course. We are professionals here, or so I've heard. So this was the previous game. We're just using this for testing, and then we'll see if they actually move it into a game. Superhero is muted right now, so I would assume that he's actually discussing strats and maps with the team. Probably more so maps than strats, I would hope so. 2 minutes before the game, discussing strats might just not be the play. So we just have to be a little bit patient and then hope that they give us a map. And in the meantime, I guess we can watch a little bit of FBI versus Pixel. It looks like Healing is ringing again. The rest of the team is solid. And it do look like they're gonna win the second round. At the expense of a bomb that needs diffusing, so they will be behind in money. My microphone is actually fairly expensive. It's an Audio Technica. I think it was 150 euros. The problem is that my apartment is too big.
You need
So
to
there's
buy
a lot of
foam.
Yeah,
A box of foam.
there's like a lot of space, and therefore it sounds very
Build
echoey,
yourself a
and
foam fort.
I'm a nerd, and I admit that I'm a nerd, and I'm never not gonna be a nerd, but I'm not gonna build a fucking foam.
no, what you do is you get sheets of like canvas with arts on it, and you put foam in behind that. You hang those on the wall, and then it dampens the sound for you while also giving you aesthetics.
Yeah, I could, like, if I cared too much about it, I could just
Yeah.
get a cable instead. And, you know, these work fairly fast. The microphone's basically in your mouth. But I don't care that. I guess I can pull his microphone a little bit closer.
If you post it in the
I've posted everywhere. Is this better? Do you want some ASMR?
VR? No, God no.
Oh no, it's not in VMware. I'm chilling myself out here, but not that much. Not that much.
I'll do it.
You do it. They're still AFK.
What's your stream?
Underscore art.
Listen a little bit to Superheroes pause music. Is anybody else streaming? That is the question. No, Don is, of course, as Don is.
DNX probably streams if he's playing. He's currently down and playing Twitch, so I don't think he will be in.
There's a Reeds guy with aircon, which I believe. Actually, no. Are they playing another round? Haven't they played already?
Who's this?
I'm just in the list, and I see
Yeah,
FBI and Pixel again, but this time with aircon instead of somebody.
And the games
But
are good. Yeah.
It's the 4th round, so
Unless they didn't play on that.
that is actually a good point. And they didn't play Manor. The first load was 5 minutes and didn't work out apparently. Maybe somebody needed to download the map. Depending on the internet, that can take quite a while. And yeah, this is actually a good point. So that's still going. Superhero, where are you here? We're on a schedule.
Are we though?
I mean, no, but if we tell that, it's just gonna take all night long. What else do we have? We have Rare streaming, so I guess we can tune into this. And he seems to be AFK, so it's that. I don't know how to stop the actual game in the background.
Oh, can you not pause it? Is there a pause button?
I don't know the pause button, to be honest.
Don't know if there is.
And if you just go to the menu, like nothing happens.
Yeah, if you go to the menu and load like that Reach Guy or one of the ones that didn't have any players in it,
Yeah,
then
let's go into Beer Store. I want to see what's happening in Beer Store.
downloads map.
Hopefully not for the replay.
I think you do need the map to watch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
I
imagine.
didn't know this, but it makes a lot of sense. Luckily, I've like actually good internet, so you know.
Or you've played this map before.
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't played this map before. Let me put down the microphone again. I apologize for the sound quality. It is what it is. So this is Beer Store. Where are the bomb spots? Because this might be in season 10, obviously. Very pretty map. Alright, enough of this. They are at Finding Game Server, and it looks like the first map appears to be Pipes. We can also
Kind of.
look at the superhero if you watch his stream. Goddamn superhero at Twitch TV in his gamer suit.
I thought
It's
Pipes
his
was
gamer
not
suit.
in.
Nice.
That is a point, but I believe as long as both teams agree,
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. I would
As
say
long as
this.
nobody turns up with skins.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend turning up with skins right now. It seems to be it
Awesome.
might cause issues. But yeah, let's see. 1 minute live. This is where I believe we can tune in, and let's see what's happening. The issue is I don't know what reverb means in this context. If you give me the Chinese word, I might just be able to, you know. Let's set up some cameras, because I don't think I have many camera angles for pipes, and I think the map's to blame for that. Ugh. So it looks like Superhero is smoking out A, and it looks like an A push. I guess we have to wait
Oh no.
to see this pistol round. There's some aggression in there, and they're hesitant to push through this box. Bomb is down. That's Superhero and sacrifices. Also, the Mad Lad doesn't care about any of this. And dies. So Hospice is in the
Was he
impossible
blind?
position. I do not believe so. There was no flashbangs, I think. Of having to fight all of them and plant the bomb, at which he does not succeed. Actually, let's make this F2. And then we can go back to A side. I really don't know what's a good angle on A
Wow,
side.
got so much cash. What did he buy? Just a
I don't know.
flashbang maybe? Like,
some setups, and it looks like they are not splitting up, but trying to do a B push. And you gets the knife. So that's awkward. Cube is in a little bit of a hard place here.
Got 4 people to go through. Oh.
Okay, I do have some spots set up. I guess I actually looked at this. So far, it looks like Cube is on a roll. We have Aeon. Taco is still waiting on his first frag. On the Plantz side, we can see that there's only been 2 kills so far. Would you say this is a CT-sided map?
A is very T-sided.
And it looks like this is
I
what-
think B has good sight lines for CT.
It looks like another A hit from the Plantz. I am a little bit surprised that Kitty Cat is not playing. She was telling me she was gonna betray her countrymen, but it does not appear to be this round. We do a little bit of pre-firing here, without effect though. The
It's
jig
such a
should be up
dirty
now.
spot.
Taco 7. So we're gonna have a hard time reaching that, I would say. They have 50 seconds left.
They've waited so long to play everybody is on site now.
Pushing out. Bomb
Really wants that
down.
bomb down.
Yep.
And Cube cleans up. 7-0, really having a good game, although his ping is unusually high today. I'm not sure what's up with that.
What I think Plantz are not doing with their slow push is making any sort of distraction or hey, look at me over here somewhere else. You know,
I
the
think
slow
they
push
had
is
one mid, but it was a little bit.
Yeah. a little bit. Yeah.
It does look like they're forcing a little bit here and trying their luck on the B side. We see Ver gets Cube, so first time Cube is dead. I think by now Cat knows it's a B. Or gets the superhero. Taco Cat is still on A, not rotating. Taco's still in it. Is committed to the bomb. Finally gets it down.
Nice.
And they take Aeon out, so it's 25.
They should honor this right now.
Enrico doesn't leave, and his head is blown off in retaliation for that.
I think Taco.
All of a sudden realizes this kind of sucks.
Is he playing for exits here?
Well, there's probably a gun there on that buddy.
Indeed, that is the case. And he makes it out of there.
I mean, at least Goddamn has a buy. He's gonna be the only one really low on cash.
That is most unfortunate. 2 of the Plantz members are being taken out. And therefore, their eco is a little bit hurt. On the other hand, the cats are swimming in money to a degree, at least Taco and Q-Bar and Aeon. So it seems like they were happy with their B push, and it appears to be another B push. Verse taking again B short. But this time the rotations are coming in.
That would have been a nice.
A little bit of friendly fire here.
Like they're throwing these flashes, but they're not gaining any ground.
They're maybe gaining some information, however.
We now see the break. I have like a nice crossfire here. And back on the round. So far it's going well for the cats, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit. Can we see the scoreboard? Because that's something people are definitely going to ask for.
So far Lickcube is definitely helping his team a lot.
On form.
On the other hand, Ver is also having a decent game. And it looks like a 3-man in mid now. And it looks like maybe an A, but
They're a little bit lost. I don't think they really know what to do at the minute.
I think Hospice got pre-nated from Taco. 0 HP. And now the question is, what do they do with this situation? Cube does have these short, and we'll see Dester momentarily. That was
an attempted knife, I think.
Yes, he did throw it, but only Sai can throw knives into
Some of those cross maps are amazing.
We do see a little bit of a save again from the Plantz.
Shoot this killer.
Oh no. Does the
Aggressive,
superhero
goddamn
get
is
stabbed
aggressive.
again? No, he doesn't.
Oh, nice.
He's like, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Okay, now Cube, the dedicated bomb carrier, in a bit of a pickle. Sounds like they got spotted by Taco due to their footsteps. But with 10 seconds to go.
They know.
Does not look like. Alright, next round. I have to admit, it's a bit more one-sided. I mean, we're on the CT side for cats now, but I was gonna say it's slightly favored for Plantz, I thought. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, oftentimes I am, as you know.
Things are only sided if you've got a plan on that side. Like, if they don't have a clear idea of what they want to do.
Looks like it's going to be a hard A.
Yes. As
There
hard
is
as it can
stone.
get. Taco, you should speak that again. That's a little bit too many guns pointed at you. Smart. Does the nade come in and take Taco out? Does anybody have a nade? No, unfortunately only flashbangs and smokes. So this is where the lack of eco is coming in.
Hey,
To do a little rotate, but I believe Taco spotted the rotate.
good rotate.
Does not seem
If
to
he
be the
did,
case.
he hasn't phoned it in.
Yes. So keeping a player or two here actually convinces some of the cats to stay in place. Only
We've got
poor
Aeon
Aeon
rotating back.
is making his way to B to anchor there, but he will have a real hard time fighting so many people. If the push comes, they have about 35 more seconds. So they need to make a play here. We do know that Coop is there, appears to be that dedicated bomb carrier. And with 75 seconds left, I feel like they waited too long. Now the cats are on the rotation. But Coop still getting down. And Superhero gets taken out in the mid. Enrico trades on the first. That means the remaining cat players are kind of pinned at him. Against players.
2v3, and they have the advantage. 2v2. Both have clippers, so they can play this late.
Cube waits a little bit too long. And I believe at this stage the killing doesn't matter that much because Cat is splashed with cash. They're like, you can buy tier 3 subs for everybody. So that was a little bit too defensive there. Looks like another A.
Eat nade.
Yeah. Vora is their top fragger. I'll never know how to say his name. I'm just kind of glad that the VOX is not here because I have even more troubles with that name.
Like
But by
choir,
now-
but with a V.
I don't
I don't know.
know. By now they should know that Taco is just hanging out there.
Yeah, if they don't clear him off that spot, they're gonna have a hard time.
They could just
Taking
smoke
side.
him off, nade him out. Do not agree with that wild rush into side strat.
Bomb shouldn't be first on site. Somebody else should be out first.
Yes. Ideally. And this looks like a very one-sided round for the cats. With 7-1, they just need one more round and they can pretty much decide the game on the pistol round. That is never a good situation. Even if Plantz have a good CT side, they need to then absolutely win the pistol round, which is tricky to say the least. Because the plant comes lots easier at full denial. And this time there's looks like they're taking a lot on the B side again. Cube is now trapped and pays the price for it. They did spot out multiple enemies, so they know it's a B. They trade out, so it's Enrico against 4. He sure has to
Easy.
work on that one.
You win this.
Well, he took down 1. But he gets clapped from 2 sides now.
Nice.
So,
Nice pincer.
first round, 7-2 for the cats. Let's just see how the Plants do on the CT side. We see
With their
Tech
reserved
nines.
attitude, I imagine it will be a little bit better.
Yes, we see 2 Tech 9s, we see Deagle, interestingly enough, a 5-7, and Bor indeed seems to just buy a smoke grenade and say, let's cash in the rest. Interesting, interesting. Very confident in his 1911 play. Meanwhile, the Cats are committed to hit A. Aeon got stabbed.
Oh, is that
and
too
almost
nice?
gets the double stab. Taco is trying to salvage the situation, but he gets shot for that. That leaves the cube who gets clapped in the mid. So a very good
Nobody
round.
expects a knife on a pistol round.
A double knife. But
A
do
double
keep in
knife?
mind, this does not help as the eco is fixed and no more bony like they used to be.
Yeah, but it looked
So-
cool.
It does look cool. But most importantly, this was really important for Plantz to set themselves up. There was no plant, so the cats are broken. We see one deagle buy from Aeon, another from Enrico, and the rest is just saving it. Their goal this round seems to be to just get them down on B. But Superhero immediately lays down the bomb along with his train onto B main. It's a very tragic death. We can play some music here. Game. And it does not appear like the cats can get any frags this round, as Enrico is about to be killed from behind. And now it's all up to Taco Cat to stab somebody. But he sits down and realizes, I'd rather bleed out of my head. Most unfortunate. So, is this the beginning of a comeback, or now with the full buy from the cats, will we see more decisive T-plays?
They're buying in kind of deep here. They don't have a lot in the way of util. Everyone has armor though. It's good.
It's 3 sets of clips as well. Nice.
Yes, and a bunch of nades. We see 4 frag nades on the side of the Plantz. And the first round goes out in mid, does not connect. Was just a little bit confused there,
risky.
gets shot in the back. You see another plant attempt, which is not forwarded with the plant, but Aeon gets the refrag. And then Rico gets into a short, so this is all up to Ver now. He is on the pipes, so not in the worst position. I don't think the cats are aware that he's there. How will he play this? He gets one, but was a little bit too quick on the reload and gets taken out.
I thought he looked like he was going for a nade there.
Potentially. It's a bit of a unfortunate situation for him. That the bomb was on the offside where he was not. So we got an 8-4. Cube is still on a roll with 14-4. Very nice
Like a
performance
half
of him.
save here.
Yes, that is correct. Burr and Hospice seem to have enough money for next round. The rest of the team is making buy with either equals or nice. As greeted
Okay.
Oh my
and he steps up tackle. And of course, no, now it's a B. We see them pushing around, but Enrico's slowing down. But gets taken out by Hospice, and Superhero gets taken out by Death Star. So it's up to Aeon and Cube now to salvage the situation. Aeon is very aggressive on B main and gets punished. That leaves Cube. Can he clutch it out 1v4? About to get shot.
Oh, look where you're walking, man.
Yes. So a really, really important half save for the Plantz. The cats still have money to purchase several goods, such as guns, I would imagine. What's going on over there?
I think something that we all learned there is if you're going to play a knife, buy a spare knife. Because it worked out really well last
Yes.
time.
There was definitely the opportunity for a second knife there, but
Yeah.
at the same time, those $100 can be quite expensive.
Fair.
So,
But I mean, if you're dedicated to it.
that is a beautiful
Oh.
way. He didn't kill anybody, but he basically wasted his entire team. Superhero just face palming as the situation evolves. Aeon is taking his AK into a wide swing with 0 HP. He does not care.
Honestly, wouldn't be the worst idea to just head back to spawn. Is he gonna bring you money into the next round?
Aeon is not the ball. He sees opportunity where you only see single. And he gets off this. Force aggressive play. Picks up the bomb. And decides to slow walk to B. Check behind. Save. He's unsure what to do. Will he be punished?
I don't think he's
will.
seen. Oh, yeah.
So this leaves 25 seconds for the rest of the cats. Enrico has been spotted, so he's in a bit of a bad situation that got worse. So it does seem like a comeback to me.
8-6. Can we see the scoreboard again, please? So things are starting to level out a bit more now. It's good to see. Everybody's starting to put in work. 8-6. Who's the winner going to be? Ooh.
Like I said, my money was on the Plantz. But just one or two bad rounds obviously end this game. So we'll see how that goes. They smoke grenades in mid.
Yeah, keep a gun in your hand.
Good pushing through though.
Yeah, he got into connector.
But I believe he was spotted out and gets taken out. So again, it's up to Aeon, who is in a bit of a bad situation. 1v4. Does not appear like he has the bomb, but he does have the high ground. And Death Star is panicked by this fact, and
Oh, nice nade.
this nade was just one too many. So 8-7, there we go.
Seems like both teams are struggling on the T side.
But now the Plants have the eco advantage, and you love to see it, a lot of utility. You can see these bars filled up to the brim. On the other hand, Enrico is the only one in his game, in his team, who says smoking is good for you. Seem to be committed to be as economical as possible.
Oh no!
The nade was not well cooked, but the plan allowed Death to make a wide team and kill 3 people until Aeon had enough of it. So now with the 2v3, it's a dangerous situation for the Plants. Ver stays cool and makes it a 1v3. And they know where the last guy was. And they're aggressive on him, which works out to an 8-8.
Even Stevens now. Everybody has money to buy.
Yes. Are we gonna see a 9-9?
I think Cat will have money win or lose now.
Yes, they're on the loss bonus. The only problem is if they win this round, then that bonus ends. So
I think I'd like to see a little bit more aggression from the Cats. You know, they need to want to take those fights a little bit more.
It seems like they heard what you said, as they are very aggressive this time, not stopping for anybody. See Util coming out. But unfortunately, these corners were not cleared and Hawks and the kick were pretty much at the same time. So now, this might be the time to more damage has been done.
No.
And now it's up to the superhero who has just a little bit of health. We saw him run away, but the superhero is actually just hiding out. He does not have the bomb. Actually, he does have the bomb. But he has
Saving
to
the
take his
gun,
form.
maybe. Oh, he's going for it.
Given
Nice.
that they're on a loss bonus, I don't think it's the play to try to save. At At the same time, against 4 and 25 seconds left, it's very unlikely that he can pull out a win. But he seems to try anyways. Spots out Hospice,
That's
but now
excellent.
only has 5 seconds left.
And he
So
gets that
decides
gun.
to get guns and hide in the room. Hopefully not too far, as this is quite dangerous.
Jesus
He
Christ.
gets away with it, but only by a second.
Alright, all or nothing.
8-9.
How many clippers does wow? Jesus Christ.
The plans seem to be into coverage. Dester is now filling up his utility, but we also see plenty of utility on the cat side. So if they can make it now, then they have a fighting chance. A nice smoke in mid. But Cube is there to help. They trade out in mid. It seems to be geared towards A, but Cube is testing the defense, which could be quite helpful for Plantz if they want to be. As they had pulled off a player from the this is now coming back.
Pulled off
But-
completely.
Superhero can enter site now.
Oh.
And he gets the bump down. They do
The
have to be
3v3
careful,
retake.
as Hospice has clippers. Aeon needs to guard that bomb very closely. It's the 2v2. Cube is one shot though, and is about to be taken out by Ver, I believe. That happened.
Okay, Aeon's got this.
It's a very tense situation. Hospice stays cool, doesn't go for the clutch yet. He spots Aeon, so now they know where he is. And Ver still has a fragment.
Oh, no.
He intends to use it, but it fails. Falls off. So I believe this round goes to 10. It does, bringing this to a 9-9.
Let's go.
Couldn't ask for a more exciting game. Economy-wise, this is actually pretty good for the Cats as they are flush with cash. On the other hand, due to their luscious spending habits, the Plantz seem to be spending all they have, which they should, but not everybody seems to have all the util. At least Hospice so far is out. Ver probably can't buy anything except maybe clippers for his teammates due to the nade limit. And so we will have a fairly even round. Seems like they're doing almost the same strategy of mid. But this time Cube is faking it on the A, and there's 2 on the B. And it does seem like Plantz bites, as they have 3 on A now. But Dester will
Alright, he's heard them. Yeah, they made too much
potentially
noise there.
spot this.
Shouldn't rush the B side. They've got a minute. Even the
Unfortunately, Superhero gets taken out with the bomb, but
Good.
Aeon gets the refrag. Ver is on site. And I believe Aeon will make the mistake of trying to plant. And is being denied for it. So now it's a very tough situation for Cube and Enrico. They are
Realistically,
very well in
that's
this
the
game.
best outcome that they could have had if he'd have planted that. That would have been game right there.
That is true. So now Enrico is in an impossible situation. He has 28 seconds left. They know where the bomb is, they know where Enrico is.
He
just
wins these.
Have to play it smart. They use the util to slow him down. Very nice. He's probably sick of this shit by now, but he only has 10 seconds left, so he has to make a play.
Gotta kill him.
Somebody should hide on the Plantz team. Somebody should just.
He
piss
goes
off.
for the plant, the absolute plant. Doesn't get it down. After 30 days. So it's a close 9-10 to the Cats. What a game.
GG's.
That was very exciting to watch. I'm
Yeah, well played.
surprised how close it was, to be honest. Like I said, I thought this was more like a game for Plantz to lose. And obviously they haven't. but it was a very tight
10-9.
game that could have gone either way. Congratulations to
go.
both teams. And with that, we'll just swap over into the streams to see what's happening. We see Stalingrad in his normal beauty. We see the superhero standing around.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go BRB. Sorry about that. One sec. Damn,
Whose pick was that? So that was Catastrophe's pick, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they were.
Everything between GG and
We just have to make sure they don't get banned by Dave for picking a banned map.
I Rizskaya.
And there's discussion on the Plantz side. I don't speak.
Możemy zagrać.
Oh my god.
Industry będzie podobny do Pipes.
Reed Sky
Nie wiem.
Industry.
No, będzie podobnie do Pipesów. No i
Somebody in there has the microphone of the Shadow Dimension, aka the Rift. Most unpleasant to listen to. If you think my microphone is bad, you haven't heard that. Do I hear any other names?
Industrial albo Stal.
Seems to be that the teams, the plants are favoring
I co, zgodnie z taktyką lecimy?
No, możemy spróbować, a jak nie będzie szło to...
Wiecie, że wczoraj chujowo graliśmy na raz.
Powiedzcie im, bo mi nie działa ten.
Mi też nie działa.
Na pewno chcemy.
It does not seem like the guy with the Shadow Dimension microphone agrees with the industry pick.
You're back.
Na A lepiej niż na B. Jeśli chodzi o...
Ja bym dał Sztala, tak szczerze.
No ja też wolałbym Sztala.
A to nie jest tak, że oni wybiorą Sztala?
Tylko
Superhero is still AFK. Do we have anybody else streaming?
Is this where we go back into the match and get clips from it?
Aeon is streaming as well, but he appears to be AFK. Actually, no, he's just sitting down, hiding behind his overlay. It also appears that one player is left. Taco Cat has left the lobby. Interesting. We shall see if Cutie Cat joins in to betray her countrymen, or if Taco is just reconnecting. The map is currently set to Comp Industry, so this could be their next pick. As we know, Comp Industry is the current industry we are playing in the league until the Dave version of Industry has some bugs fixed. And it's slightly different. It is an absolute pain to Overwatch and PAF TV, so I already apologize for how horrible that's going to be, but that's just the map, unfortunately, and we'll have to deal with it.
I was just about to click the refresh button, you know that?
Oh, you can click it.
I can try.
If you tell me when you click it, I can also click it, and then it's almost
Make it
like
feel
you
alright.
clicked it.
Almost.
But unless we want to see Station, I'm not sure why you would put Station on competitive, but that's what happened. And we also have some competitive Rust S&D, which we could
Let's
watch.
go. Let's see.
Obviously a pretty balanced map.
I didn't realise Rust had plant sites. I've literally never seen them. No, wait.
I do believe both of the ammo crates have plant spots.
Okay.
Like on
I
this
see.
side. and
Yeah, okay. They're just not places you want to be. I get one.
on this side. And it seems to be a tough duel between Dante and the Cold Pain. The Cold Pain is a gunslinger who has not loaded his revolver.
I imagine they were arguing and somebody said 1v1 me, bro.
Yeah, this is exactly how it happens. Right there.
And the Cold Pain gets cold stabbed, but now it goes. I guess we should also check if any game is actually starting, but Superhero is still BRB. They're now picking colors. It looks like the cats picked the T side on Comp Industry, and indeed the Cutie Cat is in the roster now. She's ready to betray her countrymen to join the cats.
Who's out?
Taco Cat is out, and he did quite have not the game he probably hoped to have, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We shall see if Cutie Cat, who according to her profile rocks, can make up for that. In the meantime, we are entertained by gunshots coming from Rust. It looks like the Cold Pain did manage to take out Dante.
Nice
So,
work.
very well done, Cold Pain. What are the eco settings on Rust? What would you buy after the pistol round?
On Rust,
Yes.
long range probably. You know, anything that's distant. So probably the op here, right?
It does
Oh,
seem
May-
like
maybe raw dog AK. You know, for the cold pain.
Oh, all day long. No armor. Fuck armor. Buying him
he
Oh, that's
is
for
3-5,
not
not
buying
2-5.
anything.
He is not buying anything.
A Glock and his grenade, he's very confident that he can take it.
They can do this, right? You know what? Oh.
Let me just quickly refresh so that we don't.
Maybe they
lose.
just don't know where the buy menu is because they haven't done the tutorial. Also, kids, do the tutorial.
Looks like they're still not loaded in on their streams, depending on the delay. They're trying to find a server now. And it actually looks like the Rust game has ended? No?
Have fun, guys.
I think they're having a bit of a chat.
Okay.
It seems like this is
Start off
AFK
with pushing onto
and the
the
Cold Pain is punishing for it.
robbery.
And if I can get just 200
And we need to meet the superhero? No, we
Yeah,
need to
let's
meet
put.
Aeon. So we don't hear the superhero in the background. We hit the refresh. So far nothing is showing up because they haven't found a game server yet. Maybe Dave's unhappy that not his version of Industry is being played.
I think his version of Industry's prettier.
It is
NGL.
indeed.
I'm disappointed it's not in this season. I really am.
Well-
I get it now. Like I get why those peaks are OP. That's fine, but you know, it's just a shame that you know.
It has
Hey.
been said if like the beta drops with the updated version, then it'll be considered for replacing.
Fair. The problem it is slightly different, but then again, I guess a lot of things are going to change mid-season with this patch coming out. So you're going to have sighted weapons for Ts and CTs. I think that's going to be a massive change to how the overall game is played. It's going to change sort of when you can buy. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen. You know what? I need to go into the beta and find out because I'm not sure. I need to play that for a bit.
It just means I'm only going to be useful half the time.
Wait, when are you
Tell me
useful?
about it.
I swear to God.
Is it when you call A on B?
Oh no, he said the thing.
I'm sorry.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll be
that
playing
was
on
tomorrow.
Sunday and you
Jesus.
won't be saying
Right, okay, yeah. Kind of deserve that one. Does Black Cat have an AP system? Is that what's going on here?
I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work because everybody would always be on max points.
Yeah. It's 50 per issue I have.
I'm still stuck at finding game server.
Attacking the site and I'm just like
I'm just listening in.
Oh, I have a phone call. Be right back.
1 sec. Do you guys want to try switching it to American and then back to Europe? See if we can refresh it.
We can try it.
Come on, touch it. Gotta be American.
So we have Energy versus
putting on the
Mario
server,
and
yeah.
I was going to say Luigi, but it's definitely not.
No, this is not Luigi. Luigi doesn't wear hats. That would be silly.
Fair. I meant Yoshi,
But
actually.
no, it's good that
rather than any of
we got
that.
challenged early. Let's just try to make that the one where it's just close. If we can do what we did the other day and just come back full force after figuring them out. Pipes is not one we did, so we didn't have early intel on that.
Oh,
But yeah,
let's go.
A site.
It
I'll
looks
start with the
like
bomb.
They finally have their game. Copy in the street
Okay.
is showing
They
up.
have one missing too, so we'll see. Oh no,
We
now
have
they
to
have
hope.
one.
I'm in half. 75.
Okay, you have 20
90.
seconds, so it should be good.
Aeon is missing the map, but
That's when real
lucky
round
for him, he
goes.
does not have blackhead internet.
Where
So
are you,
hopefully
Cube?
he loads in
And there's
time.
one.
There we go. Cool.
Okay.
He's in.
That's a good start.
I do not have cameras set up.
Good luck.
Let me just
Okay.
mute the superhero. And then we have to figure out how we should do cameras on this hard to cast map. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this one will be one. And then it looks like a straight A. But we'll take a quick detour into mid and then maybe up here. Alright, fine. Then they get the plant down. And then use the guy and a girl and more people, so it's up to Rico now. He does get killed, but they plant the bomb.
Alright, so they
will
can
be
buy next round.
slightly ahead. Oh, that is most unfortunate. These are dangerous.
Oh, I gotta bounce. Alright, I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Later.
Have a good one.
For some reason, I cannot use F3 to set up a new camera spot. This is my current F3 and it cannot be rebind. I guess that's just power off. It looks like a B now, and it looks like there are more rifles. Both sides actually. Cube gets the pick onto Ozzy's in the bind. And now they look at empty. Take out Cube on long.
Coming in.
Cube 3K. He's in the game. And it's 1v5 for Hospice. A bit of a pickle here. Does he decide he needs to bail? Or does he fight these?
He should save. He
Problem
can
is he
maybe get
probably-
a gun.
Probably can't
No.
make it out of there.
Maybe
Since his
not.
crossing will be spotted. Does probably feel like he wants to get out. As he just dies.
Stay and play for picks would have been maybe, you know.
Yes, but the lack of cover.
Yeah.
It was a bad situation either way.
One of these
Now-
pillars back here. Oh god, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Whenever you're in that situation, you know it's much different than seeing an overview.
Yes. Now they need to full save. It looks like they're stacking the wrong side though. Most unfortunate. We did see their knife capabilities on the previous next round. But this time it looks like a knife train. Enrico's spotted it out. Bit of a dangerous situation for him here as he gets struck rushed. Kill But he does manage to kill them all. Unfortunately for Cat, they did not get the plant down. They needed to clear the site. They didn't realize where exactly everybody was. So ultimately they couldn't plant it in time. But Enrico got a bunch of AK kills, so that's still money in the bank. And this time it looks like a B for the Cats. This map was picked by Plantz, so this is why they have to be CT first. Two-sided map. Gets the pick, won't be long. Take it out there. Gets another kill that gets taken out by Kitty Cat, which makes it 43 for Plantz. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. And Catastrophe looks like they are going over to the B side. And Rico is holding mid. And it looks like Plantz is at least partially reading this statement as Var is rotating over onto onto A side. Back. He's a bit in a bad spot because his teammates are quite far away, but Hospice has pushed to their spawn, so they can stay.
Just stay intel at this stage. Great.
And Rico gets one in, but gets taken out because it's 2v3 for them. Very nice. Unfortunately, Cutie Cat gets taken out from behind.
Or very low from that.
Cube. I don't think they have intel from Cube. I could be wrong. I don't think Earth saw him, but
They're not sure.
yes. They will suspect that he is somewhere here. But with Cube having no HP left, he's not going to take the fight, and they will just let the clock run out. Making
Hospice is coming in round. Is he gonna check it? Nope. Okay.
And Rico did get 4 kills on the safe round, so his kill count is fairly high. On the Plantz side, it is quite balanced. We shall see. It looks like they bought another round as they have a bit of money, and it looks like a straight A. One guy holding mid. Taking the scenic round. Unfortunately, they didn't make it out of A short. Nate just about missed it. Aeon does get a pick, but it's 2v4 now. And they know where Aeon is, and he's in a bit of a spot as he has no cover. He's get taken out, leaving only Cube, who I believe has been spotted in mid and is now surrounded by all enemies. Oops. Apparently they do not know where he is. His mid is unguarded. But obviously Cube is not aware of this.
45.
And now it might
Cube
be a battle of the
3K coming around.
cubes.
Interesting.
Or are they just about to miss them? Yes. Looks like the cubes have a non-aggression pact, leaving each other alone. He does sneak through their lines. So he is in their back and they're not suspecting him, but it does not look like he's looking for a fight. He might get a pick on Hospice here. Actually, no. It's a very peaceful round where he intends to save his gun.
Good call.
Was it him last round as well? I believe it was. This is why he's now almost $8,000. So we'll see if the Cats can make things happen here. They need these wins. I would say this is a very T-sided map, and obviously losing 3 rounds so far is not a good start for them.
Who's the top fragger for yeah, Acro needs to go out first. Like, they need to put I know it kind of sucks, but if he's the one getting the frags, you need to put them out front, right?
Were from the safe round, so
Oh, right.
so it's at 3-3 without. They try once more onto A. Aeon takes an Osius in the back, but unfortunately Superhero did get taken out. I do believe it lies there. It might just be a fake. Cube finally breaks the no-aggression, lick Cube, and shoots him in the back. So now it's 2v3, 1v3. Cutie Cat needs to pull a miracle out of her hat, I suppose, but she doesn't have any. So it's another round for the Plantz. can barely hear. I have my microphone to max, I believe, so this is
Right,
about as much as we can get out of this. I guess I could lower the game volume a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear me. Or hear the game, rather. Oops. That's not what I intended to do. So I slightly lowered the volume. Now we see a B hit from the cats. They establish themselves. I get a pig on long. Cube is not happy about the cube kill from last round. And it's 4v4. Cube is pushed up all the way, so if they can manage to get off this from the side, they would be in quite a good position, but they're hesitating. Superhero is down, and usually he carries the bomb. But they might have picked it up. Now spotted in a cube. And he dies, but Aeon gets the plant. Unfortunately, he just walks onto site and gets taken out. Cutie Cat gets naded with a beautiful grenade, leaving Enrico in an awkward position, having to defend the bomb against 3 people. They have spotted him out, but he has view on the bomb. Unfortunately, Death Star takes him out. They do have clippers, so now they can take their time picking up all the stuff they want to pick up before hitting the clip. So another round for Plantz, which is most unfortunate for Cat.
I
do you think?
Cats can pull this back. They can take the fights. I guess need to call early, call often.
And it looks like they're trying one more time on B. And with the is in mid, that nade bounced back in quite a weird way. Now all of Plantz has gathered at the back of B. This would be a prime time to rotate. But they do get a pick. And it's just a long-range shooting fight between those 2 teams. Superhero is going to try to make it. He gets tagged, but he gets it down. So now the Plantz actually have to advance. The most unfortunate turn of events for them, as they are also somewhat low on utility, with 3 flashbangs and no smokes. They take the firefight and manage to take out Cutie Cat. But Aeon takes out Cube and Enrico takes out Osiris, so it's all up to Death Star, who somehow made it to the container. But Aeon is having none of that. So this is another win for the Cats, and now it's their final round. Hopefully they can bring it back to a 4-5 for them. Otherwise, their CT game needs to be on point in order to win this map. Scoreboard wise, Enrico is still in the lead for the Cats. On the Plantz side, everything is fairly even. The whole team has frags, so fairly balanced kill count. Cube pushed up all the way, shoots Superhero a little bit in the back, and then decides to run back. Maybe? He should have, because now his brain has been splattered over the wall. And they've taken control of B side, and Plantz seem to believe that it was a fake when indeed it was not. So now it's a 4v4 versus trying the flank, but I believe Enrico already spotted him out. Osiris is walking onto side, but gets blasted by Cutie Cat. Now it's a 2v3 with somebody in the back line. A very nice nade and a very nice flashbang from Burr. They managed to take it out. This is last round, no point in picking up anything. They clip the bomb and win their round. So now this pistol round will be very crucial for the Cats. They need to ideally win it without the bomb being planted. Always a pretty hard time. Let's see what the Plantz are up to on the pistol round.
B.
It does look like MB. Hospice is running towards office. The rest is running in the back of B. Enrico takes out Hospice in mid. Now the Plantz need to accelerate their plan, otherwise they will have quite the flank in their back. Cube gets taken out by Cube as he tries to type in the magic numbers. So now their star is 1v2. It's a lot closer than it should have been, but no plan, so ideally exactly what the Cats needed to happen. They now have the cache as to where the Plantz have to save. Looks like Cube is getting clippers. Cube 3k, that is. It would be weird if Cube bought clippers.
Hey, watch
And
this.
it looks like he's going to try for a ninja defuse. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is Puff TV telling me here? Why is Puff TV telling me he has clippers? He died last round. He couldn't have picked them up. I guess it's just another Puff TV
Did he
bug.
buy clippers?
I mean, he's the terrorist. He has the bomb on his back.
Oh, it might be the bomb then. It might
I-
be just misidentified as clippers.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
'Cause it was clipped
It
around
did
for a while.
bamboozle me. So it did a bamboozling. Superhero taking pot shots. Sees War crossing now without getting any tag on him. We know that Cube has the bomb. So it looks like the Plantz are trying to make Cat a little bit nervous by having people sneak in the back of B. But so far the Cats stay cool under pressure and do not rotate. Cube has taken the window. He has bought a Bison. I do not agree with this buy, but we shall see if it works out for him. Does spot at least one enemy, potentially two, depending on how observant he is. And now he gets knifed.
Created.
That is most unfortunate. Quite the knife distance. But Aeon is there to back him up, so the bomb is down. It's just Burr who's desperately trying to find a victim for his knife, but there are no takers. So another good round for the Cats. Although they did not make as much money as they probably hoped to be, as 3 of those kills were with a Bison, which I believe has a lowered cash amount, if I'm not mistaken, compared to the Yom. And it looks like the Plantz are going for a B push.
Keep it bomb again. This time it's not identified as clippers. It's nice.
Yes, it's a strong independent bomb who don't need no identification. This nice smoke prevents the Cats from seeing what's happening at the back line. But it looks like they're reading the situation right, as Aeon is here to reinforce. Superhero gets smoked off. And he trades. So now this is a 3v4 with most of Cat on the wrong side. Hospice keeping the pressure in mid, not allowing Enrico to retreat, but Enrico gets the pick, so it's a 3v3. We have no clippers on the side of the Cats, so they need to act fast on this. They cannot wait too long. 3v2, Enrico already in offices, takes out Ver, 3v1, good situation for them now. He can start typing. Cube spots him out. Another good round for them, very important. Picks up the knife, which, as we saw, is very deadly, but probably not what he wanted to pick up there. So I believe they saved one gun. And somebody has to buy himself a gun. Nope, it looks like they actually picked up enough guns. So apparently these teams disagree, and it does not appear to be a two-sided map to them. But it does look like Plantz are looking for a win on the A side.
Time setting up. Keeps on. Notice. Oh, and goes down.
Yes. And now the cats know what's what. Aeon's still in the back line. They haven't spotted it, and he punishes that with a kill on Death Star. And a barely kill on Cube, making this a 4v1. Or has to show what he can do. He is all alone. He has not found the bomb so far, and they have spotted him out.
Nice.
He gets the
That's
tag
one.
on.
Oh, he gets away with it. Bomb retrieved.
He only
No way he
has
gets
40
it down,
seconds,
right?
and I don't think he knows that Kitty Cat is on site. It does not matter though, as he catches a bullet to the face and is down. Making this a 6-7 for the Cats. Looks like a little bit of a reverse comeback. By now, the Plantz will be on to loses money shortly, which appears triggers the force on their side. Bringing out the AKs, but not a lot of util, just 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs. Ozzius even only arming himself with a deagle. Cube is a little bit more careful this time, not pushing the window. And still gets shot in the face, making this a 5v4, but Aeon quickly evens it out. And the cats rotate. They're still in the white hallway. Not a good spot to be in. Cube takes out the third, but then finally his reign of terror ends, making this a 3v2. Still winnable for the Plantz. But Superhero is being aggressive here. Does Hospice have the bomb? Is he rotating with the bomb? He does indeed. And it looks like Ozzius is selling the aggression on A. The question is, will they spot it out? Enrico thought he heard something, but then didn't follow up on that check. And now, obviously, Ozzius is out of position. He will retreat through spawn, so it's up on Hospice to hold the situation. He has been spotted, he is one shot. But he still takes out the Superhero. And Enrico, this is most unfortunate. Kitty Cat now needs to clutch this 1v2. But she dies. Making this a 7-7. Surprising turn of events, I have to say.
You gotta love these tight games, right?
Are you saying they're intentionally throwing to make this more interesting?
No. I'm just saying, you know, it's keeping everybody on their toes. Them included.
I just want to make sure there's no batting and no fixing, match fixing going on in this league. At least not that I'm aware of.
Hey,
all right.
Why would there be?
I heard some stuff about heroin coins being really in demand now, so you never know. Looks like an A now. Ver is a little bit late to the party. He might have thrown some utility on to be trying to sell something over there. And it looks like at least some of the cats are convinced as they are pre-firing on the B side. Cube not having a lot of luck on his spot gets taken out again. Aeon more defensive this time. Gets Ver. falls back towards CT, realizing it's a push. He gets another kill, really bringing in the kills here. He died, but Death Star is also very low, making this a winnable 3v3. They have a pair of clippers. Unfortunately, Enrico gets taken out. As does Cutie Cat with the clippers. As does goddamn superhero. Ozzy clears up. Aeon has a very good game, 20 to 10. Unfortunately, superhero at the bottom, as he sometimes is. We have the Cutie Cat with 4 and 11. Enrico also having a very good game. On the Plantz side, Ver is really helping his team with 14-11. And Death Star coming in second with 11 and 8 and the 36 score. That is why he's in front of Ozzius, who just, I believe, did a 3K. A very important take. Now the cats are struggling a bit for money. Cutie Cat and Superhero only have a deagle. Enrico only has a 1911, which makes the T aggression a lot easier. But it looks like they're pushing the side where the guns are. So we'll see how that turns out for them. Ion spots it out. Cube finally gets his kill.
Oh, this guy.
I did mute it for stream, but I couldn't mute it in time for you.
Oh, he got the plant?
The plant gets down, but Enrico and Cube are on side. I'm not sure if they are aware. They are as they take out Cube. And now Cutie Cat and Superhero come from behind. Cutie Cat takes out Var, but it's a 1v2 situation. So she might just pick up the gun and make a run for it. As this would be a very hard retake. That appears to be the situation as she does the Zoidberg. And Crab walks away. Maybe going for an exit here, as Ozzy is checking. Unfortunately, she looks away at just the wrong second. And the bomb takes out Death Star, making this a match point for the Plantz. Cube is forcing an AK-12, which I find strange, considering he had the money. But he decided to instead invest into clippers and flashbangs. Got him Superhero. Does he have a gun? He does have an AK on his back. Looks like Ver is selling the B aggression again. But they've done this multiple times now. So Cutie Cat is pushing up. She should realize momentarily that it's not a B.
Heard the steps, maybe.
It does not appear to be the case because Enrico is still tight in mid and Aeon and Cube are alone against 5 here. If they can hold them off just long enough, hidden them in that white hallway, they might just be alright. It does look like Plantz is a little bit too scared. Unfortunately, there was a team kill from Hospice there, and Cutie Cat dies, but the cats are now aware of the rotation, and Superhero manages to take out Death Star. Unfortunately, Hospice gets the refrag, making this a 2v3 for the Plantz. It looks like they're committing onto A again. But Cube is still there. He hasn't had his action so far, so he's determined to stay on site until he can shoot somebody.
I think Cats has one.
He is not visible there. It's a great nice spot for him.
Oh, it's a rotate. Oh, it's a rotate.
It's a rotate, but with 15 seconds, this will be
Does
a very
anyone have this?
tight timing. Gets him. And
Nice.
cuts them about. I don't think they would have had the time. I think we had about 3 more seconds, so maybe barely. Making this a 9-8. And unfortunately for the Plantz, the economy, aside from Ozzius, who for some reason has $11,000, is a little bit short on money. Is he stacking out his team? He is dropping some guns, AK-12s. I'm not sure what's with this gun. He's dropping another AK. And he's getting himself M4. So this AK-12 on the ground should be real. And he has so much cash that he just buys guns that are not being used. I'm not entirely sure I agree with that play, considering they might lose this round and then they will be all broke. And also this cost them a lot of time. But it's what they did. And it appears they are trying to play it slow.
Shuffling up your timing's not necessarily a bad thing either. See, everybody's rotated away from A already, and they're they didn't even have to show anything on A. So them being late, maybe done this for them.
Hopefully, they rotate back onto B. But yes, about now Aeon should spot this.
And
Get
that's
some
pull
tags
in.
onto Hospice. Unfortunately, he has to take the firefight with already very low HP. Making this is 3v4. And this time we do not see the back rotation. They get the pick, but they are not aware of who shoots Enrico in the back. Superhero does get them, making it 2v2. And now Cat has to clutch, but unfortunately she gets taken out, making this another win for the Plantz, meaning they're taking this no matter what, with a 10-8 final score. But of course, we will have a third map momentarily. Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like a little bit of a combat for the Cats, but at the end, they couldn't keep their cool, and they got caught off guard by some late rotations, and that gave the win to the Plantz, I would say. Alright, let's dip over into the streams. Usually takes a minute or two until people...
Ale na czas wygramy, tak czy inaczej.
Yikes, this is sound quality. Have gathered their drinks and whatnot. So we will have to be...
Cheers. Hey. Drinks.
Yeah. Aeon Eden has an overlay explaining as to why the stream is muted. Very interesting. I can see on his stream that it looks like Superhero is swapping out. At least he is on his stream in the lobby. I'm not sure if they're putting in back Taco Cat or if he is just reconnecting or restarting his setup. No, I see Taco Cat in the lobby, so it looks like for the final match the Superhero is out. Do follow him still on Twitch/GoddamnSuperhero. Excellent content as always. Highly recommended. But next map will be without him. It does not look like the Plantz are swapping out players, and why should they? They've taken 2 maps closer than expected in my opinion, but it was a very entertaining game so far. And the final pick should be up to Cat, as they are the home team. And it'll be interesting to see what they picked, as I would say Pipes is a fairly unusual pick. It is not a popular map, I feel like, especially now that it has been deleted, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they pull a Santorini. Actually, we did miss the picks. We did miss the bans. I'm not sure what's banned. But I imagine Santorini was maybe not banned.
Was Dal banned? That came up quite a bit. Whose pick is it this time around, actually? Is it Plantz?
It should be Cat's. They picked the first map, so it should be Cat's pick. But I do not know what is banned. As the streams are muted.
So I would sort of expect something in there. Higher Plague band again.
No dobra, no to muzeum, no to...
Fine,
Ja nie czekał, to painting. No to bronimy, nie?
Now museum is selected.
Kurwa, bronimy.
Okay.
So it might
No,
look like,
brońmy. Na chillerze sobie zaczniemy.
Cats have played this
indeed, it
5
looks
times.
like museum. The Plantz are picking CT as their starting site. It looks like the game will be underway momentarily.
Are we ready?
Dave's bullet.
Tak, wszyscy
Okay,
dawaj.
let's play.
Let's play.
Remember,
Let's play, have fun and luck.
Alright, they are finding game server. So hopefully this time it does not take as long.
Co nie mamy dobrych? Wy nie macie dobrych.
Miau, miau.
Cutie Cat
Macie
is
dobrych
speaking Polish with the rest of the
dobrych
Plantz. I cannot say, but as long as it's not singing, I'm okay with it.
Spokojnie.
You can't say because you don't know. You can't say because you shouldn't.
I mean, it might be the second, but I'm not sure that it is. Which answers your question.
Fair.
It's a goddamn raid. Welcome everybody. Yes, museum soon. We are seeing finding game servers. Very close game so far. I will have the VOD hidden for you, superhero, if you want to make fun of my pronunciation and my bad and shoddy camera work. We can pull you in for a post-game interview if you so wish, but I imagine you just want to be left alone.
Let's go. Non-biased.
I mean, is this biased? I mean, it's a goddamn superhero.
I'll just give team commentary about what I think's happening.
That sounds good to me. I will wait another 60 seconds to avoid the dreaded demo failed issue, and then we'll hop into that game. It was a very tight game. It was very interesting. Could have gone either way, I would say. So well entertained.
Yeah, it boiled down to a lot of like little mistakes there.
And
where
here we go.
I was a lot of those. I can tell you that.
Is that what the parents always also said? Oh no, oh no. Yes, so I have some things set up. This obviously is the best view. Yeah, the Plantz did pick CT side. Would you say you're more comfortable with the CT side on this?
Yeah,
as a
my
team?
team's a little nervous about having been on T just because of those, a good utility control or having trouble pushing through a main. The kind of standard concerns here, but I think we walked into this thinking what are some of the maps we could pick, and this is one I think the team felt the most comfortable playing, but we kind of...
I think I have to.
They had changed up their strategy quite a bit since when we practiced against them last week. So.
It did seem like both teams struggled with their team side.
Yeah.
With the flank here, but he gets spotted out by Enrico, who takes him out. It's interesting to see this split on pistol round, having 3 players on A and 2 players on B, but it seems to work out as there's still players on B and mid.
One of the things we've noticed is that they buy rotates really easy. And so I think that's why the Taco's going for that.
So we have a 4v3 situation now. Aeon is in the back line. Taco Cat made it all the way over to Ticket. About to get the jump on Death Star, who I don't think has any idea. Hospice is shooting his teammate, not the player I would recommend. They did not spot Taco Cat, who now takes him out. So a little bit of miscommunication, making this a 2v3. But only Enrico has eyes on the bomb. Taco kills Aeon, most unfortunate. But redeems himself by clapping the back of the head twice. So this was a good start for the Cats, considering they get the plant and the win, meaning they have all the money. But as we saw in the previous games, Plant's knives are quite sharp and can lead to immediate and instant death, sometimes multiple times.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Those
that
this
double
game.
knife buy on a pistol round is surprising.
That was almost a knife kill on that distance by Cube, but Lick Cube is none of that. It looked like a knife train, but it looks like the train has been stopped. Ozius not in the ideal position, I would argue. Being a little bit lost in mid there. They are taking control. of the A side. And Osius gets destroyed in mid, making this a 5v3 with nobody really in knifing distance. Cutie Cat taking a risk here, being a ticket. Hospice is not buying any of that. And they now know he's in there. Death Star tried to flank, but did get taken out, making it 2v5. Looks a bit like the Plantz are trying to deny money when not getting killed, maybe getting an exit. Hospice is waiting for his teammate, but the cats are well disciplined, not falling for it. And the bomb takes them out. Nothing lost though, as they only had spawn gear. So pretty good start for the cats, I would say. Scoreboard wise, we have Cube with 3-1, Enrico 1-0, Taco Cat 4-0, and Cutie and Aeon are still waiting for their first kill. On the Plantz side, Oliver so far with 2 kills, and the rest is also waiting for that beautiful moment of having your first frag. And this time it looks like a B push, which is surprising because A worked for them, but you gotta mix it up from time to time. That resume 8 another nade, unfortunately. Cutie gets taken out in the mid. Death Star rotated off, and I don't think they are aware as they are flashing in the wrong positions, but him flashing back probably gave it away. Aeon got a pick in mid, making this a 3v4 for the cats. Except it's 2v4. 1v4. As Aeon now has to put on his carry pants. But it does not look like he packed up today.
So, can you get a scoreboard there again? Sorry. Okay, so the fragging's about even.
Yes, Vor got 2 more kills, Death Star got 2, and Hospice got 1 this round. Cats still have the money to buy 1 more time, although with reduced utility, they make sure to smoke this spot as it is very important. No, of course not. It's just that sometimes you do not manage to hit the window, and then it's a sad smoke grenade.
But we all know smoking in Pav is not the easiest thing.
Yes.
It's not like...
It looks like Aeon did get tagged with a pre-nade. Taco got some tags in mid. And it looks like Cube is aggressing on this now. Gets Taco, most unfortunate. Does Taco carry the bomb? Does not look like it. Cube is covering the back, but they should know now it's a B. Getting pushed in here, having to defend. This might be painful to watch, Superhero. I can only offer you my emotional support.
No, that's fine. We need to learn. We came into this very confident, and I'm humbled by the experience.
These are wise words, and you know I always have my shoulder there if you need to cry.
Don't worry, I cry 9 to 5, so I'll buy into your services.
As I cry myself quite a bit. It's how that goes. We see a little bit blue on blue action in the literal sense here. A little bit of a miscommunication here, making it a little bit more spicy, but nobody died, fortunately. And there's 10 seconds left on the clock. Cube picks up a gun, actually picks up 2 guns, so it's very good for him. He realizes he can only put 1 gun on the back, and for some reason the round 1 is under there, so cool. Making this at 2-2 now. Hopefully the cats, after a pretty good start, now stumbling a little bit, can recover from this. I would argue, seeing the last 2 maps, that both teams seem to be more comfortable in their CT than their T. So any rounds the cats can win here is going to help them once they are switched over to the CT side, I would agree.
And that's what we were banking on when we were talking in our BRB scene. Just trying to figure out what can we get out of.
Unfortunately, you play the same amount of CT rounds than you do T rounds.
Yeah.
So if you play it wrong, I would say. So this only helps a little bit. Let's see if the push on A helps. Hospice is under, gets spotted out. So they know he's there. And not so well cooked grenades.
Oh, it wasn't even.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Did
No
it actually get?
The pin didn't get pulled.
I mean, sometimes they blame museum, but maybe, you know, it's not museum. It's people throwing nades without pulling the pin. This is now a 4v4, and we will push him on the side, discovering Q. But Aeon gets taken out on the other side. Luckily for the cats, they have the bomb on the right side. But unfortunately, they're a little bit pincered here. Players all over the map. We have somebody at ticket and Enrico at ticket. Hospice is going into storage. If they give him time, he will have a very good angle on the enemy. But it looks like Ver is not patient and gets punished for it. But Enrico gets spotted out. Taco now coming in the back in a 2v2. Making this a 1v1. Unfortunately, Hospice touched the door, and now Taco knows exactly where he is and wants also planted for him.
Oh,
But
he gets it.
unfortunately, he is not patient, peeks it, and loses the 1v1, giving another round. Unless Hospice mistypes, he does not. To him, he picks up one gun, almost got another, but Pavlov does not allow this, and only sends him back with one more gun.
Sounds you don't want to hear as you're defusing, as it's going.
The dreaded it's never
Yeah.
a good sound. It's never a good sound. It can be you mistyping, it can be you having your gun in the wall. It can be multiple things that you do not want to hear, and they all are starting and ending with Alright, it looks like the cats are splitting up a bit. We see Cutie Cat and Aeon on A. Some aggression in mid. On the left side, maybe making it think that it's an A, and it appears that Death Star is buying it. We did notice that when Cat did fake out, they were sometimes too slow to act on it, and this might be one of those cases as they're really careful not to make a sound. Obviously, this is really easy to see in PAV TV and impossible to know when you're actually playing the game. Now the flashbang comes out. They have to decide for themselves. It's a 5v4 situation. Now Plantz realizes that it was a fake. Aeon takes out Hospice, who took out Cutie Cat, making this 4v3, but Aeon is slightly out of position. Taco Cat is hiding out in Catwalk. He's a little bit smoked off. Oof, that was a close one for Enrico. Nade bouncing into the offside. Cube gets traded out, but they managed to win the round. This is, I think, a very important win for them. They have a lot of money now in the bank, as opposed to the Plantz, who still have some money, but they might just save because Cube and Ozius do not have enough money to full buy this support. It looks like they're still going for it. Who knows utility anyways? Actually, never mind. Cube, the Mad Lad, buys an MP5. We shall see how that works out for him. And it looks like he immediately wants to put that thing to use. Never mind. He just plays the museum card, I guess. And it looks like an A. Although Taco just opens the door and then runs away like a the child that has hit the ringer and then pisses off. I'm not sure how that game is called in other countries, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
I don't.
Really? You haven't done that as a child?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Killian, is that a thing in Ireland?
Say it again.
Where children like run up to like a house, press the bell.
Oh, I think they had like a bell, like yeah, ding dong ditch. Yeah, I really saw that.
And it looks like the MP5 is not working out for him. The bell was rang. And this is now a 3v2 situation. The bomb is planted for a long, but nobody's in long. But Hospice is in storage. Interestingly enough, I believe he came from under. He kills Cutie Cat, but Cube immediately gets the retake, and Enrico gets Osius, making this another round for the cats. This must be good to see, because now the plans are kind of broke. Hospice does not care though. Man buys AK. And the rest of the team is partially saving, sometimes buying deagles, sometimes buying another AK. We shall see if there's another knife play. Osius just dropped his knife, might have given it to Cube, who might have had two. Closes the door again, very smart. Unfortunately for him, it looks like a B push, so this would be quite the cross map knife. But unfortunately for Cutie Cat, was just hit by and does not care because there's no ammo count and he can definitely spam smoke. But the entry is being done from the catwalk. They're now pushing on the side, take him out, making this 4v2. And Cube 3K also does not have a gun, aside from 1911. He realizes he's in a bit of a bad situation and just runs away. And then comes back. I'm not sure, maybe he forgot his jacket in the lounge. Hoping for some cat aggression here. But they are well disciplined. Picks up the gun. This was heard by Cube, I believe. But not spotted. In the meantime, we can look at the artwork. What do you think this Buddha means?
Peace, right?
I mean, it does say staring Buddha.
Like the duality of
The duality of man.
Not really of man, it's just the man, the Buddha, the
I
enlightened.
just realized the Buddha moves as you move the camera. This is quite fascinating.
Yeah, it's that trick where it's an inverted shell of it.
Oh, that is so cool. This explains why it's called the staring, because he's following you.
Yeah, it looks at you from any direction.
So maybe this Buddha is actually German. Anyways, back to the game. We see a little bit of B aggression, but it looks like it's going to be an A again. And we'll see if the Plantz, who are now 3-5, can deal with this. Or gets the cube, does not get Taco, and falls off the door. Interestingly enough, I don't think he expects Taco to be this aggressive. And he is cloaked by the Plantz, because he's a plant. That was terrible.
Dude, I know the feel. I know the feel so hard.
And now it's a 1v5. Enrico has to clutch this out. It's last round, there's no point in saving, it's 1v5. He trades out, but unfortunately it's not enough. Making it a 4v5, I would say that is not a bad start for the Cats, considering how CT-sided the last two maps have been. But we shall see if this is the case as well.
Again.
We see Death Star with 10-7-25, Roar 8-6-2. Osius not having a good game here, Hospice and Cube 3K in the middle. On the Cat side, we see Le Cube with a 9-5-22, Enrico 8-4-19, Taco 8-5-16, Eon 4-5-14, who had quite a good game on Industry. But now the big push is happening, and it does look like they make it onto site. Eon gets taken out as he fumbles with the gun. Cube takes out Hospice, but Death Star takes out Taco, Osius takes out Enrico. So not a good start for the Cats as they all die, and only Cutie Cat is left. She does have plenty of bullets in her Tech 9, so maybe she can win 1v3. Does she win these? You see? She does not win this. Did I jinx it? Potentially.
I don't know how you go about that particular retake there. too many angles.
Many angles. Lots of guns
Yeah, if you don't
pointing
have
at you.
someone who can pincer from behind, it's really hard.
Hello Zeev, this is the third map. The score now is 5-5. The first two maps went ever so slightly for the Plantz, who now appear to take on the A side. With a
10-9.
mixed buy, where Cutie and Taco do not have guns according to PathTV. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
I think they had grenades though.
That's possible. Cube does the stabby and picks up the AK. So very dangerous situation for the Plantz now. Unfortunately, he cannot put that AK to use, as Hospice also takes out Taco Cat. I managed to fuck up the name, even though, regardless of how you spell it, it's always Taco Cat. Yeah, but now the Plantz are in the lead, and they have plenty of money. They do smoke off the mid, and Soldier, and Discus. I guess the man deserves some smoke as well. And they make it onto A, but Enrico spots it out early, only takes a little bit of damage. Cube gets flashed. Cube rotates into launch, as the rest of the team rotates to take it. Taco gets Hospice in the back, making this a 5v3. 5v2. Fuck that door in particular. As Plantz are making it out of there, deciding not to die on A side. Actually, Deathstar has a change of heart.
Does War have bomb and is running B? Is that what's going on there?
I do not believe so. I believe bomb is down on site. Yes.
Yep.
In a pretty hard to get spot, I would say. And they ruined the painting. Or maybe they just...
No, it's a Jackson Pollock. Yeah, plus.
Or they just improved it. No, I mean, art is very subjective, I would say. So who am I to judge? Alright, making this a 6-6. The economy of the Cats is looking very strong at this point. The Plantz are struggling a little bit. They might have to do a little bit of saving here. They do not, as they are forcing some guns. Another Discus smoke, which I don't think does much, but probably was not intended. And it looks like a full Taco with a little bit of an early pre-nade that didn't hit anybody. But he's just about to see the entire enemy team, and we can see just how much work the M4 can do.
Has he been spotted?
Was he
No.
actually spotted?
No.
He trades
wasn't
out
spotted.
only seeing one, so potentially they do not know. Aeon is there. He hears a lot of utility there. And the bomb typing, which is always a good indication that the bomb is nearby. Unfortunately, he gets taken out, making this a 2v4. Pretty hard retakes for the Cats. Enrico about to run into his death, I believe. No, he swings wide and checks. And he gets him. And he gets Osius as well, making this a 2v2. Hospice is in a very good position though. But Enrico has some goat moments. But not enough of them. Making this a 1v2. Hope to the Cat. And unfortunately, she gets taken out. I feel like the better play here would have been to just commit to just holding the side, so at least you take out the player with the bomb and maybe even the other player. But of course, hindsight is 20/20. So we're coming into 7-6. We still see Lee Cube at the top of the scoreboard on the one side and Deathstar on the other. I believe both players had really good games in almost all matches or all maps. And it looks like another A hit from the Plantz. And we see a partial save from the cats. And Enrico just about seen all the enemy teams. And now he sees nothing. It's heavily flanked. But the Plantz are hesitant on the push, making this a 4v3. 4v2 as the bomb is dropped again in that awkward spot. The Plantz seem to love that spot. But they turn it around, making it a 1v2 and a 1v1. This is now Cube's game to win or lose. I don't think he knows that the bomb's down. Very chaotic situation. Destar knows where Cube is, but he only has 25 seconds left to recover the bomb. And unfortunately for him, I think Cube is about to get the angle on him. Never mind. Actually, I was right, making this a 7-7. This was a very important round for the cats, as the economy of the Plantz is a little bit in shambles here. They can force
really
this round, but I wouldn't.
So horse can drop 1, right? Or buy next round.
Is that a...
I don't know
Ladies
why.
and gentlemen.
I don't know why.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a P90 buy. I repeat, we have a P90 buy. I do not know if this was intentional. I would blame... Oh! And the... I would say curse of the P90 strikes and immediately takes out the P90.
Yep. Dave
Carrier.
did not want this map.
And I believe the P90 even... No, it's still here. It's still here, cursed. Nobody should touch it, as it is a piece of shit gun that should never be bought. I was about to say, I expect this was a new buy wheel sort of thing, and he meant to buy something else, maybe a mini AK or something. But of course, we do not know.
He gave it to his
Anyways,
team.
sorry?
Didn't have a lot of extra money, so I think that was intentional.
But for just $200 less, you can get a better gun. Aeon trades with Whir. Taco gets a good flashbang off, and he also heard the bomb typing, so he knows there's one more. Cube goes for the plan, but is denied.
Like it.
Making this only one and a 4v0. As he sits down to relax. And they even pick up the gun, putting the cats in a lead for 7-8, and they also have a very good economy at this point. So this will be a really hard time for the Plantz. Will they be able to make it? Will they come back once more? We shall see. Looks like a little bit of a split here. But they're also full saving, so this is not surprising. The bomb is moving towards A. This is just looking if he can cross map. He decides against it. Gets a little bit of AK bullets into his shoulder. They play it slow. This is very smart. If you do not have the guns, you might as well force the enemy team to use their util. It also looks like Ver attracted quite the amount of enemies. It's almost the entire cat team rotated over to B. The question is, are the Plantz aware of this? It does not appear to be the case, as they are all very static. They could have overwhelmed Enrico here, 4v1, quite possibly, but they did not have the intel. And they are not aggressive, making this really hard for the Plantz, as angles are just being held. 40 seconds on the clock. Storage door is about to be opened. Or maybe not. We hear some gunfire in mid. Husp is very close. This is a dangerous situation. Ozzy's just baiting out Cube. The Cube is not having any of it. Staying cool. And with 8 seconds on the clock, I do not believe the Plantz can have this one. They try to get the plant down, but Story of Cube's life is just being mowed down as he tries to plant the bomb and is denied once more. So potentially match point, or it's map point, I guess, since the match is already decided. The Plantz buy-in. Final predictions.
Come on, cats.
Let's have it.
Of course, if the cats win superhero, that would be the one map they won where you were not there.
I know.
So
I
this
think
is
I see the
always-
difference between them, though. This is the widest map we've played, and they split up quite a bit more. And we just lose numbers.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a definite.
That's-
It's a museum nade. It looked so good, but then it disappeared. Just like me in a museum.
Are you a man of culture or a man who runs away from learning?
Yes. It does look like the cats are well aware that it's an A. But unfortunately, World cleans up, takes up to making this a 3v4. Enrico already quite tagged, but he takes out Hostas. And they take out the rest. Only Pure Cube is left. 42 seconds on the clock. He's one shot. They know where he is. It's not looking so well. He's taken out, and it's a match. Congratulations for Cat taking this 7-10. Unfortunately for them, they are losing the set 2-1 to the Plantz. Final scoreboard.
So we tied on scores, but unfortunately we didn't get the maps. So.
That is how that goes sometimes. Any final words, gamer?
Yeah, like I said, I think that the difference there, I mean, it doesn't help that for me that I wasn't there and that was the only win, but I think they were quite a bit more separated. And when they are separated like that, my team, when they push out and do those little aggressive moments and win them, we can, you really cut off part of the team. They also wait quite a bit. They as in Plantz to push site, so committing to a rotate is much harder. And so they stick on one side and wait and just kind of allow themselves to get picked off. And I think if we would have thought about that as a strategy, that might have been something we could have leveraged. But in pipes and on industry, those are both fast maps where you think you can get to the other side quickly, so you run past a lurk. You allow yourself to run and get caught. Whereas these, I think we could have picked them off. So. It's good. I'm excited to talk to my team and then probably rewatch this back with them.
All right. Thanks for the insights. As Enrico and Cutie Cat having a little run off here at the end. And I shall see everybody next time. I'm very excited that the league already started and then we actually get to play again. And
Thanks for the cast.
Thanks for watching. No
I'll
problem.
be doing your cast on Friday.
You will?
Yeah, Shrub hit me up. Black Cat said please don't do it.
Can you make it so that if I'm bad, you don't point that out?
I can be bribed.
All right, I'll see to it. I'll see if
All
it's...
right.
All right, then I guess we will have more content on Friday, which is tomorrow. Goodbye.